Now it's time to jump into our main topics of the day. And if anybody wants to get a main topic on the show through the Gotta Love That Movies mailbag, all you have to do is send me an email at GottaLoveThemMovies@gmail.com, and we'll make your question or comment a main topic of the day and talk whatever it is that you want to talk about. Maybe it's like breaking movie news. Maybe you have a question about a film from yesteryear. Go ahead and send me an email at GottaLoveThemMovies@gmail.com, and we will make your question or comment a main topic of the day. So with all that being said, it's time to open up them Gotta Love Them Movies mailbag. All right, guys, now it is time to open up them Gotta Love Them Movies mailbag, and our first mailbag question comes to us from Becca, who lives in Franklin, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Becca. And Becca says, Neve Campbell is back as Sidney Prescott. Honestly, I didn't even know they were making another one. So if you're not familiar, what Becca is specifically referring to here is Neve Campbell is reprising her role as Sidney Prescott in the Scream movies. I, for one, am in alignment with Becca. I didn't know that there was a fifth Scream movie coming out. I had no idea. And then today I go on Collider, Scream, and not just Scream, but Scream. This is the fifth movie in the Scream franchise. Paul, it's a well-known fact, I don't do horror movies. I don't enjoy being scared. I don't like the feeling of having that thrill. Because right. As I think I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, Ryan Michael Hill. Ryan Hill was on the show a couple weeks ago, and we both have that ability to internalize whatever it is that we're watching. So if it's an Avengers movie, I am so emotionally invested in the characters, in the excitement. If it's Indiana Jones, I want to be Indiana Jones. And if I'm watching Stephen King's It, I am also emotionally putting myself in those characters' shoes of being chased around and terrified by a demonic clown. It's terrifying. Right. So that's why I kind of like I can't disassociate in that regard with storytelling and movies and stuff like that. I don't know if you have the particular ability to kind of distance yourself a little bit. I don't. But are you a fan of the Scream franchise?
No, and I do also have that inability to not empathize with the characters, and because I can't separate myself from that, I do find in the horror movies I am there in that moment, and I'm like, why would I willingly go there? Why would I do that? My wife, on the other hand, especially if it's super horrific, has this ability to eat a bowl of spaghetti and just enjoy it. It's like she'll be eating a bowl of spaghetti and be like, look at all that gore. Oh, that's great. And I'm like, no, this is disgusting. I don't want to watch. So invariably, I'll be on my phone or on a computer, and it'll be running in the peripheral because she wants to see it in the periphery. She wants to see it, and I am like, no. I do not need to live my life in that space.
I love the idea that it's a bowl of spaghetti that she. Oh, it's the new horror film. What horror film? Doesn't matter. Where's my bowl of spaghetti? And as we all know,
it's the red sauce.
Your wife and I have a particular connection when it comes to ablutions. So this just gives me so much joy and wonder in that regard that we just maybe that's what I should do. The next time I see a horror film, I should just eat spaghetti and just see what happens.
Yeah. Don't do that. That's scary.
just gross. Anyway. But yeah, for those of you who weren't already aware, this is the fifth movie in the Scream franchise. I probably won't see it, and I use the qualifier probably because there is something very interesting about this particular film coming out, which is the production company behind it. If any of you have seen the movie Ready or Not, starring the actress who is so obviously not Harley Quinn, and I can never think of her name. Paul, help me out here. The woman who plays Harley Quinn. She was in Wolf of Wall Street. I can think of everybody else's name except for her. Thank you for looking this up for me.
Yeah, I'm on it.
We're just going to told
that is the
the
comedic. That is
entire
the
show.
comedic one.
Yeah, yeah, not Kaylee Cuoco. Which I just watched the first 2 episodes of that last night. We got way off topic, you guys.
Yes, we
I just
did.
watched
We
the
did.
first 2 episodes of the Harley Quinn animated show. Whoa! What a great show! I will be talking.
Really?
Oh, it's incredible. It's on HBO Max. It's violent. It's filthy. It's disgusting. And it's full of like heart and emotion. It's like it's about like real stuff. It's a fantastic show. So if you're okay with people having filthy mouths, and granted, this is an animated show where there's plenty of blood and guts, and they have really sick humor. They've really sick humor. Like body parts will just explode in an animated format, and then people will curse up a storm. But it's funny. It's good, Paul. It's good. You have to watch it.
Okay. All right. I will check it out. I'm not above watching. I think that's so. Get Out for me was one of those movies where I was like, oh, I don't like horror. I'm not going to watch it. And then in the end, I was like, okay, I can put aside the horrific components of this because it was a really solid movie. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Thank you for getting us back on track.
Yeah, no worries. I'm there for you, buddy. I'm there. I got your back.
So the creative team, and I mean, I think maybe the question that we should have asked was, who is the girl from Ready or Not? I know her name. It's Sam Weaving. She's the niece of Hugo Weaving from the Matrix movies or Lord of the Rings. So it's his niece, Sam Weaving, or Samantha Weaving, however she prefers to have her name spoken about. She is the main protagonist in Ready or Not. If you haven't seen Ready or Not, fantastic movie. I loved it. It's technically classified as a horror, but then again, I also classify Jurassic Park as a horror film. So just because it's a horror film doesn't mean that it's scary. I avoid films that are scary, right? Cool. So now that that's been said, the new Scream 5 movie is being produced by the same creative team that made Ready or Not, and it's that element. It's that element because Ready or Not was not a scary film. It was a fun kind of. It had like its silly moments. The whole. Are you familiar with the film at all, Paul? Have you heard of it?
No, but now I'm really I want to go see it. I mean, you've really convinced me that this might be something in my
I think you would enjoy it.
Wheelhouse.
The whole idea is that Sam Weaving, it's her wedding day, and she marries into an extremely wealthy family, and their family money comes from being people who make board games and just kind of like games in general. And it's a family tradition that on your wedding night, like whoever joins the family, they have to draw a card from a box, and whatever card pops up, like if it's Parcheesi, cool, let's break out the Parcheesi board and play Parcheesi. Or if it's maybe if you draw the poker card, great, we're all going to sit around and play poker. But she happened to draw the hide and seek card. So, and here's the thing, anytime somebody joins the family and they pull the hide and seek card, that means they have to die. It's one of those weird random things, and they explain in the movie, I'm not going to give it away, but they explain why they have to kill this person. And so now she just thinks, okay, we're playing a weird game, like a really strange game of hide and seek on my wedding night. Okay, whatever. So she's in her wedding dress and she's hiding somewhere in the house, and she has no idea the rest of the family is hunting her to kill her. And so now she has to kind of like, survive the night kind of thing. It's a really clever movie. It's a great premise, and it's fun. It has its silly moments, but like I said, it works. And it's for all those reasons that I think that's why I say I may not go see Scream 5. I saw half of the first one, scared me to death. Never saw 2, never saw 3, never saw 4. So I'm on the fence about 5 because I just don't like being scared. I don't like having that feeling penetrate me. Paul, what are your instincts after all of this explanation about Scream 5?
I'm with you. It is one of those things where, again, if I see the critical mass saying there's something qualifying it as good, or I see a place where I can find a way in, I will watch it. Also, if my wife makes me, I will watch it.
Have your bowl of spaghetti ready.
Right. When the kids lived at home, I know my daughter Cindy, my eldest, she loved the Scream movies. And so it was something that I would turn on for
Yeah.
her and invariably would have to come and calm her after she got riled up
Oof.
from it.
Oof.
She was a teenager. She
Yeah.
was allowed. It was something she could do. But that is a thing, right? A parental thing where you're like, I can't go into that space with you, but I'll be there when you come out.
I'll stand right outside of the movie theater. In a very similar memory, for my 16th birthday, the movie Sixth Sense came out, and
Oh
everybody.
yeah.
I mean, we were all around back then. I'm saying you're old, Paul.
I
I'm
am old.
saying
I'm
you're
so
old.
old.
You don't look a
So
day
old.
past 84.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. But for the Sixth Sense, I like everybody was talking about it. Everybody was raving, and so of course I had to go see the movie. So for my 16th birthday, my parents took me to go see this movie, and it scared me to death. The theater was so packed, we couldn't even sit together. I sat. We all had like edge of the theater aisle seats. So I sat the closest to the screen. It was maybe like a third of the way back. I got halfway through the movie and I was like, I can't stick around through this. I have to go. So I walked back. I got my dad and he was in it. He was like, "Oh, this is great. This is fun." I was like, nope, I have to leave. I'm leaving. I will be out. I will be out. If you want to finish the movie, you finish the movie. I'm leaving. And then I went to go get my mom, who was sitting all the way in the back of the theater, and she was doing this. She
Oh
she
wow.
would not even watch. And so when I'm like, "Mom, I'm leaving," she's like, "Yep, I'm with you." So yeah, my parents were the ones that were not so, and I say that after like no PG-13 movies in the house. So who knows? We're all over the place. Anyway, guys, question is, what do you think about the new Scream movie? Did you even know there was a Scream movie? And are you excited to see Neve Campbell come back and reprise her role as Sydney? Whatever her face is, jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts.